I mean, Hilda's good at making people work for her.
It's true. It is 3:41. I think I'm gonna at least go through another half month. We'll see, because it's not even afternoon yet. This is a pretty short Saturday morning stream. I mean, it's not really short. It's long, considering I used to do 2-hour streams, but for Fire Emblem, it's pretty short. So once we get to the monastery, I'm gonna take a quick moment so that I can go grab a bite, but let's get through the opening chapter stuff now.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Guardian Moon. The Alliance leader's ambition.
Unless she puts all the work on Ferdinand, that'd be fine. That's true. But she's probably not going to do that.
Claiming the monastery at Garreg Mach as its home base, the Alliance army joins forces with the Knights of Seiros. Together, they begin to take up arms against the Adrestian Empire.
Take up arms. All right, arms. Have you seen Ferdinand's nubile arms? He can't fix the cathedral. Yeah, but, like, it'd be fun to make him try. Maybe he'll finally get less nubile arms. Each unit has grown over the past 5 years. You should check their classes and weapons. Not every unit.
Good work,
Pretty
Hilda.
sure the faculties
You didn't do
don't.
much manual labor, but you managed to rope the knights into helping us restore the monastery.
Thanks, Claude. But all I did was piggyback on your scheme. I saw your eyes telling me to make some magic.
She does have really high charm, that's fair. She's good at delegation, which is not an easy skill that comes naturally to most people.
Thank you so much for your help with the restoration.
Oh, please, it was nothing. We're just doing our part as former students.
I'm told you even routed the bandits. I'm sorry. That should have been our job.
Yeah, well, somebody had to do it, and you weren't.
Hey, don't think twice about it. We're all allies in the resistance against the Empire, right?
The Church is at war with the Empire, but the Alliance is a different matter. Wouldn't it be better to avoid getting involved?
The way I see it, the Emperor wants to take over all of Fodlan and destroy the existing order of the world. I can't see her allowing the Alliance to continue to exist. We're in this just as deeply as you are. Actually, we were hoping to use this place as a base. The Empire begs to be meddled with, and we're first in line.
What? Why would you want to make your base here of all places?
I don't honestly know, but, you know, he has plans.
Garreg Mach is situated in the center of Fodlan, both geographically and spiritually. We want to secure this location while the Empire is still overlooking it. But if we simply decide that it's ours to occupy, that does nothing to inspire the hearts and minds of the people of Fodlan. Luckily, good old Teach has finally returned to us. If the Professor Rhea entrusted with the Sword of the Creator fights at our side, well now, that's a just cause anyone could get behind.
All right, it makes sense.
What's more, here we are, working alongside the legendary Knights of Seiros. It smacks of divine providence, doesn't it? Can you feel it?
I have heard what you have to say, Claude.
Hi, Sedith. Where were you?
Professor? Where do you
We're in
stand?
the middle of a large, like, multiple hundreds of feet room with nothing to obscure our vision around for a lot of distance. And you have bright, vivid green hair and a loud blue suit. How the hell did you sneak up on us?
He came in from one of the side exits.
Look, I'm gonna find Rhea. I have already fought the Empire, and I've fought for the Empire, and I know which one of those I like. I want to find fucking Rhea.
We are at a relative standstill, but with the help of the Alliance, the Archbishop said if anything should happen to her, that we should entrust the affairs of the Church to you. If you intend to fight alongside the Alliance, then I will follow you as well. Is that acceptable, Claude?
Of course. I can't think of anything more reassuring than having both Teach and the Knights on our side.
Good.
Together, we'll stop the Emperor and her reckless ambitions.
Whew, all right, and that's how things get rolling. Wait, no, we're still going. Shamir would like to speak to you. Gonna skip it because I've already seen these, especially as a woman. We'll get to them next time. Or in the next run through. God damn, everybody's just gonna take my time now because I have so many supports just stacked up. I will speak to Ingrid, because I love Ingrid. Nah, I'll skip this one too. This is just an A rank, I've already seen it. I'll probably watch him again as male. Because I think I want to marry Ingrid as male, but Shamir might put up a fight, we'll see. Ingrid's birthday? Hell yeah. We're already at an A rank, so we get the intimacy of inside my own room. I just gotta get the list up. Give me a second. She is on the list. I'm pretty sure I put her down here. She does not like lavender, alright?
Not have lavender.
Cost efficient tea. Okay, she might be up for that.
I'm here. Thank
Nope,
you.
I don't remember what I picked. Was that Tea of the Saints?
Yeah.
Okay, Tea of the Saints, not that.
How relaxing.
Overcoming weaknesses, valuing the allies. Yeah, you like this, because you're all about knighthoods. Shareable snacks. Yep, you do like foods. Dreamy nights. Yes.
Would you like to have a meal with me? Though it wasn't long ago that I
She
ate.
is into food. She is weirdly into food. So she just asks, what do I... There's no yes. I can chat, I can nod, or I can... Yes? I'm not. I said yes. Why do you not like that?
Thank you for the
Fucking, you're driving me insane. Yeah. Ah, it's so frustrating.
It's weird what they like.
If she doesn't want to eat more, that's the insecurity she has, you chat. That's dumb! That's dumb! I hate that amount of reading into it. Okay, certifications. I have... Actually, Cyril also hit level 30 somehow.
Wow.
Huh. He does not have what it takes to become a bow knight. Not even kind of, but... Yeah, and Wyvern Lord is too much of a risk. Let's keep him on Rider for now. Eloise, I think, got a level or two, maybe? I think he would... No, he came in at level 22 or 21, and now he's 24. He's behind, is what he is. Said it's 25, but he earned that, so he didn't get boosts. Ingrid's already mastered. She's 28. That's fine. And that doesn't matter. Mercedes doesn't matter. Caspar, fuck that guy. Ferdinand, fuck that guy. Loni is level 30 and has mastered Paladin and has a 50% chance of doing Falco Knight because I forgot she needs to know how to use swords.
Whoops.
And that's it. I mean, Master Seals are pretty cheap and I have some cash to spend. I'll give her a shot. Leonie's a god. Leonie's a demigod. We'll give her that. Don't think I've ever been under-leveled enough for time skip to boost my level.
All that hard work's
Is that what it is? It's about being under-leveled? I thought it was just that units take 5 years and then they get tougher from where they were. Because that's what it says. Okay, so now I have one of my flyers back, and with that in mind, that means I can take Claude and put him back into Assassin, because I do want him to get whatever you get for that. I've never mastered Assassin. He's like halfway through it.
I've still got some hidden potential.
Leonie's God King Dididu's vassal. Yeah, that makes sense. No, I'm pretty sure that it's not a side effect. The time skip is not a level, like, basement that just levels everybody up for you. Because look, I still have Raphael at 17 and Ignatz at 23. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's not like a flat thing that just brings everybody up to a certain point. And it will boost people in your active army who wouldn't have any leveling problems. I keep forgetting to actually take stock of exactly what it was before and after, but they do go through something. Anyways, now that we're here, I'm gonna head up the intermission wall for a moment because I need to take another pee break. I need to get some toast or something. My stomach is growling, and then we'll come back and continue. That's the loading screen. Mmm, sweet toast. Tasty toast. Toast and cheese. Mm-mm.
Ow.
So, much like in the last run, I'm not going to dump all of these immediately because that would take a long time. I'm going to pick and choose. I'm not going to do any of Kublu's because I'll just let those come to me naturally. But I'm going to pick, I'm going to go daisy chain 5 of them right now. Try to go for the ones that, still have somewhere to develop so that I can do something with meal times. So we'll go Claude, Ingy.
Ah, hello, Ingrid. A good day to you.
Well, hello there. If it isn't Claude, always a pleasure.
That was a very flirty sounding hello there.
You put in a fine performance in training today. I must redouble my own efforts.
That's kind of you to say.
By the by, do you have a moment to spare? I have been meaning to ask for your input on some new strategies.
He sounds like he's faking it. He sounds like he's acting.
Oh, goodness. Only if you think someone as lowly as myself might be...
This whole thing is an act.
But of course, I value your skills more highly than most any
Why are they talking to an invisible audience?
Oh, goodness.
Okay, time out. Listen, Ingrid, do you really have to say, oh goodness, every couple of seconds?
What do you expect? Speaking to me as you were, I only responded in kind.
What? Do I sound that strange? I thought I was acting earnest and industrious.
Ah, that's what it was. Claude's faking it, and so Ingrid was faking it in response.
I mean, yes, you do. You sound nothing short of ridiculous.
Sheesh. Have you looked in a mirror lately? You're the one who's been walking around like Queen uptight.
There's the real people.
Excuse me? I'll admit it was a bit forced, but it certainly doesn't warrant such a title.
Look, this was fresh and fun for a while, but maybe it's time we called it quits. Acting like this isn't us. We're just going to make everyone think we've gone
Oh,
mad.
right. They said they were going to work on their personality flaws last time.
I agree. I must say, I have an easier time getting on with you when you're you, in all your you-ness. Come to think of it, you've always been more reliable than most anyone I know, when it really mattered.
Well, thanks for saying that. I think I liked you better when you were a bit pricklier too. I've gone so long without hearing one of your lectures, I'm almost starting to miss them.
I'm sure I can remedy that for you.
I didn't mean you need to go all out or anything. A little restraint would still be nice.
My lectures, as you call them, only persist as long as it's...
Stop being so lecturable, Claude, and then she'll stop.
Oh, I think I'm coming down with a stomach ache. We'll talk later, okay? Okay, see ya.
You honestly expect me to believe that? Come back here, Claude.
Just shit-talking the leader of a foreign nation. Being in the right about it. That's Ingrid. Much love.
That's definitely Ingrid.
Alright, well, that one, Ingrid doesn't have any more, so we can't daisy chain off her. Thus, we will pretend that was Ingrid's support and daisy chain off Claude.
Hello, Flane. Isn't it about time you told me the truth?
About what exactly?
You know things.
Who you really are.
You know things.
Villains are after you for your blood. there's no doubt that you're someone special. And that's why Sedith is always worrying about you so much, right?
Well, yes. I see no reason to hide that fact.
But just what makes that blood of yours so special?
I've gone 2.5 runs without knowing this answer.
More than anything, I've been wanting to find out Teach's true identity. But yours is bothering me almost as much. Somehow, I can't seem to stop thinking about you. It's almost like a crush. I have a crush on your secrets, Sweet Flame.
Such flattery.
I've tried asking Sedith, but there's no sign of him budging on the
Of
issue.
course, the man is a brick wall.
At this point, I guess I just need better bargaining skills. Or how about this? If you tell me the truth, I'll do anything you say.
That is not something I am willing to share,
And
unfortunately.
even when you know he knows there's something weird about you, you still won't budge.
However, since you are so passionate on the matter, I will promise you something.
What's that?
If you somehow manage to uncover the truth of my identity, I will acknowledge it as truth.
That's real nice of you and all, but I think if I could come up with the truth, I'd be able to tell from your reaction anyway. You're not great at hiding your emotions, after all.
If you do somehow figure it out, then I would ask something of you, Claude.
What is it? Don't tell anybody?
I would ask that
Oh.
you reveal your own true identity.
Oh, many secrets. Many secrets.
Now that's a request I wasn't expecting.
It has been clear to me for quite some time now that you are no ordinary noble. I have been pondering, well, you, quite a lot lately. The curiosity is enough to drive me mad.
I see. Well, that's an interesting turn of events. Looks like we both have a little crush on our hands.
You could just exchange the secret right now. That'd be so much easier. Sorry for the mic.
I hope the day comes when we can talk freely about both of our identities.
But it is not this day. Cool. Alright, that was 2. Where's Flame gonna go? She's got a B rank with Sedith that I don't think we've ever seen before. Because I dropped Sedith from the army very quickly in my Blue Lions run.
Brother!
Flame, is something the matter?
I thought I made it clear that I do not want you meddling in the affairs of me and my friends.
I am not quite sure what you are referring
Oh, I think
to,
I have
but
seen this one, yeah.
I promise you I would never try to stand in
It
your
seems
way.
vaguely familiar.
It has come to my attention that you have been running about asking people what they think of me. Asking everyone.
Well, of course I have. It took me quite some time. But for you, it was well worth the effort.
It's fun how oblivious he is in this one relationship. It's like, yeah, it did. Man, it was really hard work.
I was able to confirm that you are getting along well with everyone. It was very reassuring.
I did it for you.
I cannot emphasize enough how embarrassed I was when I found out. And you have caused such a stir for those whom you questioned. Why, one person even said he feared for his life when you cornered him in the dining hall.
Yeah, you are not exactly the least imposing of figures there, Seth.
The dining hall. Ah, I know the fellow you are referring to. Yes, I've seen the way he looks at you. I recognized in an instant that he had impure feelings for you. As your brother, I took it upon myself to test his
This is
resolve.
very
I merely asked him
protective.
if he was prepared to lay his life on the line for my beloved sister.
He is nothing more than a friend. Kindly keep out of my social business in the future.
I am happy to see that you are making friends, but you should weigh your options more carefully.
Who I befriend is absolutely none of your business. Do you know what they call people like you? Overprotective meddlers.
It so screams father-daughter when you know about it.
I am no longer a child. Are
Does.
you incapable of trusting me, even a little?
Of course I trust you, but as an elder brother, I have a certain responsibility.
As my brother?
Obviously.
Oh, never mind it. If you'll excuse me.
You done fucked up, boy. Alright.
Yeah.
Sedith has nothing else queued up because, you know, I haven't had too much chance to build his supports. I'm glad that I have so many C's, though. I'm pretty much, like, started on every chain, at least. What else have I got in here? I'm looking for people that still have points to go. Lawrence and Leone! We haven't seen one of these in so long. This is one of the first ones I maxed out. Pre-time
Hey,
skip.
got a minute?
Ah, Leone. Are we to sharpen swords again?
No, I came to give you this handkerchief back. Sorry, I know I held on to it for a while. You lent me this. Remember?
No?
I recall giving it to
Oh,
you.
giving.
It is a noble's duty to give to the common folk. In return, the commoner need only pay respect.
Nah.
That's nice. You left out the part where the nobles take all the stuff the regular folks take.
Yeah.
Yes, the common folk give the fruits of their labor willingly, I might
No.
add, as a token of that
That's
respect.
not how that works. Mm-mm.
The head of San Village offers his tribute in exactly that spirit.
It's not respect. It's that if they don't, they get punished and or denied protection. That's mob money. That's squoze money.
Son? That's my village. You knew?
Of course. We granted exclusive hunting rights to San and forbade outsiders from poaching. In fact, when we received complaints about just that, we hired mercenaries to deal with the issue.
So that's what brought Gerald.
Ah.
What was that?
Nothing. Look, just take the handkerchief. I'm returning something I borrowed from a friend.
Very well. As your friend, I will accept it.
You know, I really wish you wouldn't think of nobles as always giving and commoners as only receiving. Friends help each other, without thinking about status. And that help goes both ways.
Quite so. And when I require the aid of a friend, I assure you I will happily recognize it. But only with friends. In the main, I must continue to refuse assistance from the common
Drop
folk.
it. Drop it, Lawrence. Drop it.
For a noble to accept would be disgraceful.
Huh. I always thought he was just stuck up. Turns out, he just has this grand idea of nobility he's trying to live up to. Oh no! I didn't even give him the handkerchief.
I wish you'd drop it. I wish you'd drop it. Okay, so that's that. Screw it. I guess I'll go through all the ones that still have a point to go so that I free up those chains. So I've got one with Ignatz here too.
Ah, Leone. Off to train?
Already done. What about you? Off to draw?
No, I'm on my way back. I was thinking of adding a little color to my latest piece, so...
Come to think of it, I've still never seen your work. Here, let me take a peek.
It doesn't work like that. You have to let me know in advance. I need time to prepare.
No, it does work like that. You need to let people see your underdrawing sketches. It doesn't matter if it's presentable. The raw stuff is where you get the best feedback.
Lighten up. Wow, look at all that paper. Are these all drawings? What should I look at first?
Wherever we travel, I try to capture the feeling and character of the landscape. I guess they've all kind of piled up. Each place is unique. Not just the geography, but also the clothing and architecture and so on. Everywhere has its own design sensibilities.
Yeah, you'd think there'd be only one way to do stuff like engraving, but it actually varies a lot.
Just within the Alliance, the styles are quite different between the North and South, and the Empire is even more diverse.
Oh, here's a landscape. What a bright blue sky. You really make it seem alive.
The blue of the sky changes with the season too. In the summer, it's darker, and yet in the winter, it's almost luminous. And, of course, the landscape below affects the sky's appearance by virtue of
I like how
contrast.
passionate he gets about art talk.
It's hard to get the color just right, so I spend a lot of time experimenting with pigments and... Oh no. I'm so sorry. I've been talking your
No,
ear
that's
off.
good. That's what you wanted.
Listen, Ignatz, you need to become a painter.
Huh?
Don't say it's not useful. Your talent moves people. Someday, I'm sure your art will save someone's life.
Oh no, I wouldn't go nearly that
It's
far.
true, it happens.
Remember that girl you told me about? You made her so happy, and you were only just starting out. Think about what you could do now that you've had so much practice. This is your calling.
You think so?
Yeah, it's something you can do that no one else can. I envy you. I wish I had a gift like that. So stop apologizing for your talent and just
Yes,
do it.
smirky, cocky Leone face. Just do it.
Thank you, Leone. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot to think about.
Good, that was good. That actually has real character growth. Way to be. I've got a Cyril one with Lysithia that still has a way to go.
Lysithea. I'm glad I found
Leonie, your gift is making important to kill people dead. Yeah.
What's up, Cyril?
One's
Could you
cute.
read something for me again?
Looks like it's another shopping list. I'm happy to help you out. Did you try looking it over yourself yet?
What's the use? I told you I can't read.
Have a look here. Any of these letters look familiar?
Huh? This one? Was that apples? So it says 3 apples?
Yes, you got it! See? You can do it!
I wonder if there's anything else I can
There you go. Yay! Learning! Excited! You make it a step forward and you're like, oh, what else can I do?
It's clear you've got a sharp memory. If you apply yourself, you'll be reading in no time. Reading is such an important skill. Once you learn, you won't forget. And I won't be around to read things for you forever.
Lysithea?
Anyway, don't you enjoy learning? It seems like you haven't even thought of trying prior to this. Do you simply not have time
I
for it?
like that Lysithea has a lot of little ins here and there, too. That just like, even if you don't know what's up, it's like it's the way a real person would talk. The whole conversation doesn't have to be about how she has no lifespan. To drop, to just like casually, like that's a thing that she thinks about every day. So it's something that would slip out from time to time, just in her regular thoughts.
Until now, I never thought about how to learn. And since I was hiding it, I never asked anybody. But right now, I feel like I'd be happy to live like this for a little bit longer.
It seems like a hassle at this point not to learn, so you may as well start putting in the work.
Well, I like having you read things to me.
You do?
Yeah. You always seem happy when I ask you to read things. And when you're happy, you smile. I think you're pretty when you smile. I bet you everyone tells you that though, huh?
As a matter of fact, they haven't. Stop messing with me.
That's a cute face.
Hang on a second. Am I the only one who's seen you make that face? Is that why nobody's told you?
Excuse you? I mean, honestly.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go take care of this errand for the professor.
Wow.
I'll see you later, Lysithea.
Accidental smoothness.
Don't expect me to read for you again. And, just take care of yourself, will you?
Cyril's so fucking smooth, he's sliding around Garrick Mock cleaning it.
Yeah, that Cyril Lysithea is definitely the best support out of Cyril's.
All right, what else still needs a level or two higher? Looks like I've freed up pretty much everything here. Yep. All right, then we'll move on. Exploration first thing, because we need to get everybody's motivations up for learning. And also, really quickly, unit appearance. Make sure that, like, I need Seth to be in his blue outfit. Oh, it's because he's on a mount. That's what it is. Wait, no, he was set to class. What? This is exactly the opposite. What the fuck? Why is he set up like that in class? Oh,
Hey.
I see. It's class as in the class they are. And since he is normally a mounted unit, by default, he gets the ability to use his costume on there. And this is something that changed. When they gave you the option for this, now you have to opt in on the mounted units. I get what it is. Okay. Yeah, you mentioned its side effect, but I need to experiment for myself and find things out. Yeah, I'm definitely going out as Professor. I like that way better than Bishop outfit. If we were talking Swordsmaster or Assassin, it might... Nah, actually Assassin might be. I like the Professor's outfit. I want to see it in battle.
Okay.
Alright, so I could put Claude in a weird little headband. Let's go with that. Oh, I can have him as an assassin run around like this too. All right, yeah, let's do that. Lauren's in battle. Monastery. Yes. Be like that. Claude the Marauder. Claude taking in huge Sake vibes. Yeah, let's make sure that Raph isn't set up in armor. I want him to look like he's supposed to look like. Ignatz. I really don't like this outfit. I would rather he just wear this. It's weirdly fluffy and bulky. For somebody that's supposed to be an archer or an assassin about speed. This just looks weird to me. Yeah, I'd rather Lysithea wear her real outfit than walk around in her bishop robes. Marianne, yep, set up your dress. Hilda. She actually gets shorter. Like, ever so slightly shorter when she puts on the heavy armor for some reason.
Wow.
That's odd. And it's a weird call to make, but I'm pretty sure that her thighs got skinnier when she aged up. Yeah, by quite a bit. She lost leg mass. Huh.
It's been working out a bit.
But that should make your legs bigger! Yeah, it looks like she lost quite a bit of leg weight. What a mundane girl thing to do. Now, I just noticed because in a bunch of her supports and stuff, they usually take that back shot, back and just below shot, which puts the foreground character really big and then the far character like far away. And on Hilda, that means you're looking at this shot with those thunder thighs a lot. It's one of the most defining characteristics that came to sink in my mind. Leonie absolutely has to wear her monastery. I mean, her... Oh, yeah, because she's on a Pegasus night now, so I can't have her wearing her awesome orange suit. It's such a good suit, too! Pooh.
Aww.
This is one of my favorite outfits in the game. The whole thing is just so color coordinated for her hair and her eyes.
It's good.
Who the fuck cares about Ferdinand? No, you are not a man. You don't get to. Continue being a student. Good. Set everybody up to their proper outfits. Oh, Ingrid's also on a flyer, so she doesn't get the choice either. Status already set. And Cyril's on a Wyvern Rider right now, which is one of his default classes, so at least he can wear his outfit. Did anyone die in Chapter 13? No, they did not die. It was really freaking tricksy, but I did get through it, and now we're on Chapter 14. So I should update that. Okay. Nope. So, I'm thinking that rather than waste a bunch of food immediately, since everybody can do training now, I should probably give away some of my lost items. And do food for the people that still have a support to build. Why am I checking out the students' rooms? I don't need that anymore.
Lost items are gone now.
No.
Oh, Claude? Oh, Claude, you say? Oh, Claude?
I'm pretty headstrong, but Claude could give me a run for my money. I mean, he's dragged the Knights into this. You ought to be careful, Professor.
I guess that's true. He asked the Knights to join, whereas in the Blue Lions run, Gilbert was one of the leaders and, you know, was immediately loyal to Dimitri, so he pulled them in there. You too.
Don't worry about me. I'm here because I want to be. Also because being around my big brother feels like a real chore.
You have a quest, supply run and floral tribute.
Could you do me a favor? Excuse me. Could you
Find some flowers and give them to Hilda as a gift. We're gathering flowers as quickly as we can, but we still don't nearly have enough. What do you need a floral tribute for? I don't understand. Also, they're right here, so, you know. Thanks for making me walk 10 feet to pick the flower you wanted. You're already back to your old tricks again. No, Gilbert was not trashed to your unit, PC Watcher. You watch your mouth. You watch your mouth around these parts. I'm a Blue Lion boy, and I love me some heavy armor, and Gilbert was precious. He's my favorite faculty unit, and I will hear no bad words about him here. Now, what were you saying about Hilda?
She was looking in the greenhouse. She probably isn't too familiar with the layout to see where all the flowers are.
Madden and Gilbert's can actually tank in Chapter 13. Yeah, Gilbert is not a bad unit. Papa Gilly is well regarded here. Thank you, yes, for bringing back the nickname.
Maybe.
Pond snail. What do you got? Gonna need some help.
Do you have time for a
Fish seem skittish. It said that every 5 years in the wake of a storm, mystery fish show up. They call it the big one. I can do that. I'm gonna skip on you for now. I have so much running around to do and people to talk to. But I'm gonna make sure I buy new bait first.
I'd given up on ever seeing you again. Where have you been hiding? Anyway, now that we're reunited in the land of the living, I must fulfill my promise.
What promise?
The promise I made to the captain, to keep you safe. I can't believe you've forgotten. How cold.
Dude, you don't need to do nothing to keep me safe. I'm the only unit that had no problem surviving an onslaught of thieves in the last map. I am the most unkillable in this run that I've ever been.
Did you see the B support yet?
I don't think so. And I think I may have skipped the first one. I should go watch that if I'm actually going to use him.
Yeah.
Let's go do that real quick. There it is. Extras, let me check. I missed Dedue so much when he showed up. Yeah, Dedue. Dude, go watch, like, that one moment on my VODs over on YouTube. The thumbnail is pretty obvious. I like, screamed with giddiness when Dedue showed up.
Yeah, you were so ecstatic when Dedue showed up.
Gilbert has like 2 speed, so there's that. Yeah, but he doesn't need speed. He basically has 0 speed anyways, so there's no point trying to give him any. Just make him beefy. He will always get doubled for tink damage, and he'll always hit like a fucking truck.
He can actually hit them.
Kublu and Alois.
Hello, Professor. You're really on the move today. A lot to get done, I take it? I'm happy to help. Tell me, is there anything I can do to lighten your load a bit?
Nothing comes to mind. I'm good.
Oh, surely there must be something. Don't be shy about asking for help.
Nah, I'm good.
We're practically siblings, after all. Cut from the same cloth.
Can I disown you?
I was raised by Gerald just as you were, so we should have no trouble getting along.
You think we're like siblings?
Well, I'll confess there is a considerable age gap between us. My parents died when I was small, and I came to live in the monastery. It was an aimless existence. But sometimes a knight would pass by wearing magnificent armor. That knight was Gerald. And the first time he laid eyes on me, he made me his squire. What was he thinking, huh?
Yeah, it sounds like Gerald.
No kidding. I don't think I'll ever fully understand his logic. Later, I heard that the squire preceding me had died of a terrible plague. I looked a bit like him and was about the same age, so Gerald thought me a suitable replacement. A little nutty, old Gerald, there's no doubt about that. Quite a character. All that was more than 30 years ago. How time flies.
Do you know how old he is?
Actually, I'm not entirely sure. You never asked
He
me?
never told me.
Well, Gerald hardly seems to have aged since then. In fact, over drinks he once told me...
No, you tell me. No, come on.
Perhaps that's a story for another day.
Damn you, Eloise.
At any rate, that's Gerald for you. One of a kind. I don't think there's anyone else quite like him.
If you say so.
Right. Well, now you've heard my whole story. I hope that you understand now why I feel such a strong sense of attachment to you. If you're ever in a bind, just give me a holler. I'll help however I can.
Thanks for offering. I can handle myself. I'm good.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I'll let you get back to it. But truly, if I can take anything off your plate, don't hesitate to let me know.
I would probably like Eloise more if he was a little bit less earnest to be involved in my life and dropped the puns. Those two things are a real turnoff.
He's a nice guy, though.
Eloise is just earnest. In general. That's fair. That's fair. Excuse me with the throat. Jumping around on the bottom of the screen. There we go. Alright, once I go buy some bait, then I'll do the quest. What can you teach me? Axes, fists, and heavy armor. None of which I need right now. Okay. Hello, gatekeeper, who is invisible.
Hi.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
Hold on, your voice changed.
You know, it's such a thrill to be able to greet you like this again. I almost died as well in the battle 5 years ago. But I won't allow any enemies to get into this place again. I promise you that.
He just appeared.
Even if the
he just
death note
materialized.
shows up, I'll be sure to... Well, for now, I'll keep training, so I can eventually feel confident that I can stop him.
So you know you can't now. Okay. Good. Be aware of your own shortcomings.
Professor.
Need new weapons. Monastery used to be so beautiful. What do you mean used to be? It's still pretty nice. I like the autumn colors. Need a favor.
Got a favor to ask.
I want to start a collection of the Chronicles of History of Fodlan, but having trouble getting my hands on anything significant. Search for a remnant that the merchant would be proud to add to their collection. I can do that. Hey, I found a remnant. No, it was a tea leaf. This is a remnant, right? Maybe it's fossilized.
Hey, welcome.
Don't need any of that.
Hello there.
Give me
This
baits.
one, yes? This one, yes? This one, yes? This one, yes? I think this one, yes?
As for Eloise for the Sword and Shield of Saros mission is in Maddening is a pretty good unit. Maybe. I didn't do that paralogue.
I thank you.
Eloise was good in that mission when recruited. He was really bad when I only had Shamir on my team. That also seems pretty fair.
Return soon, please.
Why are you barking? Stop. Stop barking. I still cannot pet dog.
Hello there.
I'm gonna buy some of the cheaper teas, just that I have something to experiment with tea times.
This one, yes. This one, yes. This one, yes. This one, yes. Thank you. Return soon, please.
I also don't think I have the mithril yet to forge that bow, and I'm not gonna buy it, so that's out for a little while yet. Curious to know how Marianne is doing. Nope, I'm fine. We'll touch base with her later.
Professor, I have a proposal.
Uh-huh. Oh, I just realized how much hell I'm gonna put you through on this run. I'm not fighting you this time, but I am making you probably fight against Vargas.
Why not go beyond the Knights of Seros? Instead, uniting with allies from all across Fodlan to fight for our cause.
I agree, let's do that. Let's bring all the Blue Lions into the fold, and then slowly replace our army with them.
Looking back, it would have been best to ally with the kingdom.
It's not as bad as Eagles, because
exactly...
I've seen her dialogue in Eagles. She is broken having to fight her home country.
She was bad enough when I had to fight her just once. You recruited a lot? I didn't recruit a lot. I think I pulled in like 5 people total in this one. Well, plus a couple faculties. It's mostly just for supports, honestly. Ingrid, though, is a combat unit.
There's Ingrid, Annette, Ferdinand, Mercy, Caspar, and then
we can just look right
most
here.
Of the faculty.
I've got Ferdinand and Caspar. I only grabbed Ferdinand to take him away from Edelgard. That's it. And out of curiosity. Ferdinand's also, he's died in both of my previous runs. He has not made it to the end of the game alive yet. Caspar and Mercedes both, I only took along to get their paralogue. Because trying to do that in a faculty-only run that's not New Game Plus would have been even more impossible. At least on this one, I have, experience boost.
Yeah.
Annette, I took along, I think, just because she has support with Claude, so this is the only chance I'd get to see it. Ingrid, I brought as a combat unit. Seteth, I'm using as combat. Flane is forced on you. Shamir, I brought just for supports. Cyril, I promised I would actually try to use him once and see if he's any good as a person. Since the past 2 runs, I just ignored and hated him. And then Alois was entirely, like, last minute. I was not even going to recruit him. I only pulled him on for a support event originally. And then in the last mission, it's like, well, right, the big missions allow you to take along 11 people, and I only have 10 combat units. Should I use Alois? Maybe? I don't know. The only unit in this whole thing that I actually recruited for the sake of combat, the only units were Ingrid and Cyril. Those were the only pre-planned ones. Everybody else has just been circumstantial for supports and stuff.
You have 9 actual combat units since you dropped Raph and Ignatz.
Yeah, I've got me, Claude, Lawrence, Lysithia, Marianne, Hilda, Leonie. That's 7. Ingrid is 9. Cyril is 10. I can't count. Ingrid is 8. Cyril is 9. Seteth is 10.
Okay.
Because I did want to use Seteth too. I wanted to use him in the last run, but Crimson Flower kind of locks you out of most of the faculty.
Yeah.
Some soldiers stationed at Foden Lock and abandon their posts, dealing with deserters. Seems they're skilled soldiers. Okay, if that's a battle, maybe I'll do it eventually. Hi, Lawrence, what's up? Your pants are incredibly loud. I spotted them from up here before I could see the rest of you. Why are you using Best Archer, Shamir? Sorry.
They're very light purple, so yeah.
What?
Why are you using Best Archer Shamir? Because I already used Best Archer Shamir in my Blue Lions run. Let me show off again how awesome Best Archer Shamir was at the beginning of the map, 2 levels from the end of the game. this was Best Archer Shamir. I'm well aware that Best Archer Shamir is Best Archer. I like to vary up my units when and where I can, and I'm also going to use her in the next faculty run. And also, the Golden Deer already has a shit ton of archers as it is. Yeah, she had 44 dexterity, a stat total of over 200.
100 crit.
100 crit. I was pulling numbers that looked like this in the battle. It was truly spectacularly wonderful.
Yeah.
90 might, 100 hit, 97 crit.
No, you are in overpowered territory when you are able to guarantee a critical hit, which Shamir was actually able to do.
What are the rules for the faculty run? I'm gonna figure it out when I go, but I'm thinking right now that it's gonna be like, obviously focus on Byleth. I'm gonna have to use some Black Eagle students for a while just to keep myself alive and keep myself progressing through missions, because the battle of the Eagle and Deer, or the battle of the Eagle and Lion exists. But as like over time, I'm going to drop out units and replace them with faculty as they become available. No, I'm doing Church Run. Church Run is going to be faculty. I've already done Blue Lions. It was my first one.
I have written to my father to signal my intention to remain here. Not that I require his approval to do so. There is not much for me to gain by returning to Alliance territory.
Besides, if you do Blue Lions and don't use Dimitri to do, you don't deserve to play Fire Emblem. What's wrong with you?
But by staying, I will be able to influence the course of events directly on the field of battle.
Will you keep an eye on the Alliance leader?
Naturally. Someone needs to make certain he does not lead the Alliance to ruin.
I'm not doing a solo run on No New Game Plus Maddening. I'm not that much of a masochist. You can teach me... Oh, you can teach me riding! Yes, teach me to ride! Give me the movements.
There's still more to learn.
You need a lot of movement.
I'm doing Blue Lions and only using Dimitri to do. Man of culture. Man of culture and appreciation for the big swinging D's.
Fighting alongside you and everyone else is a dream come true, Professor. And don't worry about my little sis. Right now, she's back home helping out with the family business. I kind of figured I was going to be stuck going back and taking over for her. But thanks to you and Claude, I get to work on my dream of becoming a proper knight.
Alright, cool. What can you teach me? A whole lot of nothing. Alright, cool. Hi, Annette. Oh, you're going to have to fight Gilbert. And I can't stop it this time.
Members of the Knights tell me that Father left their ranks 5 years ago. They say he announced he was returning to the kingdom, but nobody's heard from him since. I haven't received word that he went back home to Mother. Where could he be? Where are you, Father?
Oh, that hurts. I'm recruiting Annette anywhere. Means she's split from Gilbert. Oh, bad. Oh, bad times.
Hey, Professor! You won't believe what happened. I figured I couldn't go back to the Empire after Garreg Mach fell, so I started drifting across the Kingdom and Alliance.
Wow, Caspar turns into a drifter? Okay.
Then, I just happened to run into our old class, so we came back to the monastery together.
Alright, sure. Whatever. Annette looks better with donut hair. No, stop! You guys in your wrong opinions. This Annette is best Annette. Annette with donut hair looks like a physical incarnation of a cinnamon roll, yes. But I like her more in the blue and orange outfit, because it kind of contrasts well with her hair.
That is precious.
Dedue was great before the time skip. Dedue was great, period. Dedue was always great. I don't care how good Dedue is, Zane. He's going to be Dimitri's adjutant to give 40% damage reduction. I mean, if you want to focus on like a solo Dimitri with Dedue by his side at all times, that's probably about the most canon thing you could possibly do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dimitri is pretty speedy, though. He's likely not going to get that much reduction. Raph had a bunch of shit levels. Nah, Raph has been benched since the first battle. Ignatz had a bunch of shit levels, so he also got benched. Oh, there's a thing here. Oh, you. Hello.
Hey.
Pirates have begun raiding. Yeah. Battle quest. I can do that eventually.
Professor.
I'll talk to you later. Excuse me.
Let's see.
During the Millennium Festival, the leaders of all territories were supposed to gather together and pledge perpetual peace. But now that hope has been dashed. Thanks to the Emperor's actions, the kingdom is also vastly different than before. I guess we'll never return to the world as it was 5 years ago.
It's rough.
I'm more of a mercenary than a knight these days. I work to get paid.
Oh, she's reverted.
I never was
to
too
her old
attached
life.
to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon, but I might change my mind if you're around.
Love you, Shamir. Be a lesbian already. God, every time I'm in a position to marry you, I'm a woman.
And the one time,
and she just won't do it.
Recruit her and fight her.
Ugh. Alright, I'm writing that down. In case we raid somebody today, just be a lesbian already is probably the best thing I'm gonna come up with. Yeah, if you want to get Ferdinand, just become an Armor Knight. It's fine. Armor Knights are the best class anyways. Don't know why you'd be so resistant to it.
Right.
Okay.
In the Alliance, the Lords have been at odds, so peace and prosperity have declined there as well. In particular, bandits have been appearing in large numbers near the Great Bridge of Murden. Rumor has it that the domain's lord, someone by the name of Acheron,
Oh, I fought that guy.
is a completely ineffectual leader.
He does suck. Armor Knights have the greatest growths. What are you talking about? HP, defense, and strength. It's literally all you need. Defense is like the single best stat in this entire game anyways. Best return on investment per point. My resistance to Armor Knights is inverse to the actual resistance of Armor Knights. Yay!
Very big.
Professor!
Dedue has terrible growths, sure, not Armor Knights, but Dedue has good growths in the three things that Armor Knights like. Dedue is like the shining beacon of somebody that knows what they don't care about and doesn't bother with them.
Hey there, my friend.
Dedue is the ultimate fortress
It
knight.
was once in ruins, but now it's downright bustling. Thanks to a little promise 5 years ago, our buddies have all gathered. And even the knights have returned.
It was hard to take Claude seriously before because he's a bit of a goofball. I can't even pretend to take him seriously with his scarf on his head.
Yeah.
It's
like the return of the giant feather from Fates.
It's like we were all just waiting for you to awaken. And now, we're all going to band together against the...
Who had the giant feather?
You should go and talk to
Me
everyone.
and Xander.
There may be some who are still on the fence.
Okay.
Yes. During his search for her grace, the Archbishop, Seteth has visited churches all across the land. It served to demonstrate to the devout across Fodlan that the Church of Seros is still going strong. As a result, the faithful are not currently in a state of chaos.
Hold on, let me check. If maybe I have a stat for Dedue here, for how my Dedue ended up. I didn't take screenshots of what all my units looked like in Blue Lions the same way I did on Black Eagles. Also, big spoilers for the ending of the Blue Lions route. If you don't want those, maybe look away for a minute or two. That's Astral Chain. Yeah, so let me see here. I don't know if I got a proper shot of his actual stats. But against the final boss, he had 26 might and 44 hit. That's not saying
and 81
much.
Health.
Yeah, 81 health is absolutely a thing. I thought I had a snapshot of what the final attack was, but it looks like I might have gotten rid of that. Wait, I do know that I went and looked it up, and then I took a snapshot. I think I sent it to myself. Let me check my personal transfer channels real quick. Do some zooming up, go past those, no, it wouldn't be that far. There it is. Okay, yeah, so my to-do wound up like, let me see if I can capture this. Real quickly, if I do a window capture. There, that should work. This is how my to-do ended up. Alright? So, don't you be telling me that to-do is factually bad. Dude had 81 HP, 49 strength, 29 dexterity, 23 speed, 43 defense, 38 charm, War Master, Fist Fair, Axe Fair, plus crit. He has 76 attack and 50 protection. To-do is good.
The only thing that could have hurt him was magic.
The only thing. Physical, Lysithius Felix. I disagree. Talking about an incredibly specialized unit, Lysithius growths are horrible, but they're exactly where they need to be. Yeah, that's to do. Here's my to do at level 43. 30 strength, 35 def. Yours was just cursed then. That's what it is. If you only have 35 defense at level 33, you had a cursed unit. That's all it is. It happens. Yeah, like my Lysithia was cursed. Like I had Lysithia in my Black Eagles run.
It was always like 1 point behind Hubert in terms of magic.
Yeah. And Hubert is not known as the magical nuke the way Lysithia is. She was very, very cursed. She had many level ups without magic. By the end game, she could still kill things, but that's just because there's a lot of units that just have no resistance, and she does have a spell list with big hits in it. Like, she was making up the difference, but her end stats were not what I was promised. Also, yeah, the unregistered makes a good point. 35 defense is not bad for anybody, except to do.
Professor, I am so glad you are unharmed. No matter the path you walk, I will be with you every step of the way. Anything you ask of me, I shall see it through. You saved my life, and I am in your debt.
Lysithia's popularity is mostly being due to available for recruitment in all routes and having super effective spells. Yeah, I could see that. Dedue is locked to only the Blue Lions run, and people just seem to have this hate boner for Armor Knights. I get why with the way most people choose to play. That's not the way I choose to play. I have a great affinity and love for them. What do we got? Arcane Crystal. You've got an Agartham. Marianne talking to her clone with another Agartham. And a Mithril. I could actually... I don't know where I'm going to get the rest of these, so sure, I will buy this one. Annette is technically better than Lysithea. Agreed! Yes, agreed! Finally! Somebody else admits it! Lysithea has never been better than my Annette in my runs.
How much magic did Annette have?
I don't remember exactly, but it was less that she had just, like, the raw magic, more that she was fast enough to, like, double with her lighter spells. So basically turning them into, like, Iron Plus weapons or Training Plus weapons, and she had enough hit that she literally always hit things. She had, like, 173 hit by the end game, and a really high crit rate.
It's not just for my village that I'm fighting alongside you here, you know.
In terms of stats, Annette is
his first and greatest apprentice
better, but Lysithea just has a much more diverse skill magic list.
Win too. So do your best, Professor, and count on me to watch your back.
Good. Tournament organizer. It's an advanced sword tournament. I don't really have many people for swords, but I do have Claude. Give it a shot. Lysithea may have 10% more magic. She may technically have higher speed. She has way heavier books. Annette comes with wind, which weighs like nothing. So I'd argue in terms of actual end results, that makes Lysithea a magic armor knight, and it makes Annette a swords master. Which one does more damage in the end game?
That's a good comparison, and that's the swords master to Lysithea's armor knight, basically.
Sorry, but I must.
It's almost like air is weightless or something. Who'da thunk? Yeah, if you prefer bum rushing the opponent, armor knights aren't very useful, and I'm not all about the speed. I prefer to play these games with turtling and taking my time. I get a crazy amount of satisfaction from seeing tink damage. It makes me so happy every time. Oh, did I not heal? Shit. Can I do it again? That was my bad. I was talking to you guys.
Sorry, but I must.
Annette does have more versatility and also access to way better classes. I feel like I've been fighting this not losing. I feel like I've been fighting this one-sided argument anytime Annette versus Lysithea comes up, and everybody's just like, Lysithea's so good. I'm like, are you mad? Annette, she's never been better than Annette. She has a very specialized use. Everybody loves her because she has super effective dark magic and can nuke the Death Knight. Past that, she's not that hot.
Okay, check. Okay, I'm just gonna check the spell list and the growth rates for the two of them.
Claude looks so weird wearing his big poofy gambeson, but using an assassin moveset. I'm never taking it off. He's stuck with this forever. Yeah, I know, Zane. I'm talking about before today. I've never had people agree with me that Annette is, like, competitive and or better, comparable.
Well, magic,
a fitting outcome,
and speed. Those are the three big things. Beats her in all three of those.
Oh boy, I'm not gonna win this. I'm up against the swords master that can double me. He does more damage and he has more HP. What the fuck, man?
More magic. Lysithea has more powerful spells, but Annette has the lighter spells.
The lair?
Hey,
What do you mean?
Spells that have less weight to them.
Oh, lighter. Okay. Annette has more versatility, but nobody gives a shit about versatility compared to nuking the Death Knight. I know! The Death Knight is a very niche use, though. He only shows up in a few maps.
Also, like this. Also, they both. I'm not sure if I should say they're faithless.
Right.
Alright, so that's everything here. I'm just not gonna win that tournament today. I don't have good sword users on this team.
hello.
Teach.
So fine, we'll rush through, we'll do the rest.
Yeah, Net needs less strength for the spells to not weigh her down.
It's been fixed up quite
As
a bit,
well, which
but its
Lysithea
battle scars aren't so
struggles
easily
in
erased.
strength.
To think that a glorious cathedral with a 1,000-year history would end up like this. I'll rebuild this place someday. This cathedral is the symbol of Fodlan. Maybe I should paint a picture of the beautiful cathedral of old. Well, I still remember what it looked like.
Yeah, that'd be a good call. No, I'm okay. I'll check on that later.
Annette can double things more.
Yep. What versatility does Annette have over Lysithea? She can double things more. She gets a better heal, but Lys is a great anti-monster, anti-cav, negative speed, spell, and warp. She can hit things harder. She can hit things more. She has a better heal spell. That's like, they seem low, but those type of low-level things are what make or break a fight. Like, a single-use big nuke spell is useful only if you can make sure nothing else is gonna get to her.
Yeah, the weight of all of the dark tunes kinda high. For all the spells that Annette gets, Wind has a weight of 2.
Yeah, it's a very light spell.
Her heaviest spell, I believe, has a weight of...
Even with the church in shambles, we can still
8?
pray. The goddess will surely hear our
Lysithea's
prayers.
heaviest spell has a weight of
Still,
16.
I hope the church can return to its former beauty someday.
Yeah, like, Annette also has the possibility, if you really wanted to, you can give her her heirloom axe and put her on a wyvern. And suddenly you have a wyvern that does magic damage. Like, really heavy magic damage. And that's pretty much the only way you're gonna get a flying magic unit. It's Annette.
Or if you get someone that one magic glance from Hubert's Paralog.
You're here, Professor.
It's true.
Along with everyone from our old class. It's like we've gone back in time. When I think that I'll be around you again, all of my sorrows just drift away.
Let's do our best, yay.
Yes. I'll at least try not to hold anyone back. Let's work together for the common good, like we did 5 years ago.
Okay. Time for some singing. Who wants to sing? We've got... Flane and Raphael have already maxed, so I don't have to push that anymore. I could do Flane and Claude. Lysithea could also do some stuff with... She's... Sure, let's throw her at Ignatz, since that'll help an active unit, and Ignatz is not that anymore.
Music speaks to the heart.
Singing with others.
Excuse. So that's everything up there. I guess, no, that's not quite everything. There's somebody to talk to, and there's the, church stuff. Or, I mean, the...
Yeah.
Suggestion box?
Okay, Suichimo, taking into account the relics, the axe is definitely powerful, but the staff you get from Lorenzo's Verilog definitely means that Lysithea can just hit things from farther away.
That's true, but that's not Lysithia's relic. Anybody can use that. So if you're going to give it to Lysithea, you could just as easily give it to Annette, and thus it's an equal footing across both, so there's no point talking about it. It's not a boon for Lysithea. It's a boon for both. It keeps them on equal footing.
Does the Thyrsus have counter damage?
What do you mean counter damage?
I mean, like, if you... Like, with the Devil Axe, where if you use it in a where if you have it equipped after a battle, you take damage from it.
It's a relic, so yes. But anybody with a crest can use a relic, and Annette has one.
I thought they had the match crests.
Nope, we've already identified this. Anybody with a crest can use any relic. It's if you have the matching crest, you get access to the special ability.
Okay.
Then don't bring up Annette's axe. No, it's not. It actually does matter like that, Suichimo, because Lysithea can't use Annette's axe to the same effect. Also, you can only get Annette's axe if you do Annette's paralog in Blue Lions. Like, Annette's axe is Annette's. Lorenz's staff can go to whoever you want. If it was unique to Lysithea, then you can make a case for it. But you're talking about taking somebody else's weapon and giving it to a different mage. Thus, you can give it to anybody.
Also, in terms of just range, it doesn't affect anything since Annette's spell list doesn't give her any extra range.
Can't use the Thyrsus to the same effect as Lysithea. She doesn't get both Pavise and Aegis for using... Okay, if you're talking about a matching crest, sure. I didn't think about that because I didn't give it to Lysithea here. So sure, she does get some extra benefit from it. Subjectively, I agree that you shouldn't have Lysithea taking damage in the first place, because she's made out of balsa wood. But if you want to lean on it, sure.
Professor, 5 long years I've searched for you and the Archbishop. It is a pleasure to see you again. The Church of Seros will follow you from now on, but please do not abandon the search for Lady Rhea.
We'll do whatever it takes. I want to find her too. I want
I know
answers.
the battles ahead will be dire, but we will support you with all our strength.
Like the staff.
Both are good.
Sorry.
Yeah, Cinder. Both are good. Each serve a different purpose.
Yeah, Lysithea for the Death Knight and Annette for everything else. Glad we're in agreement. Moving on from this pointless argument, because it's entirely subjective and I'm tired of going around in circles.
I don't know anything about
Well, not just for
but I
Death
can
Knight,
sure
but
do my
still,
best
point
to clean
over.
up the mess. I'm gonna keep Lady Rhea's room spotless, so she can use it right away whenever she gets back. You gotta find her, Professor. You just gotta.
Nothing you have you can teach me either. I am still a noble.
Wow. Wow.
man alone in a room wearing his old student uniform, just quietly telling himself, I'm still a noble. I'm still a noble.
Life crisis.
Oh my god, that was so good.
My nobility may seem like nothing more than a title, but I will never lose my
Welcome
noble
to
heart.
Ferdinand outside
I
of
will
the
stop
Eagles.
it. Even if it costs me my life, I have
This is
turned
the good
my
shit.
blade against
This is
it
what
now.
I wanted.
I cannot go back on that decision. Professor, do you think I chose the wrong path?
We'll find out. I wish I could say yes, just so I can put you through more torture, because I put you on this path.
All right.
The next battle will come when the next battle comes, alright? I have fun doing this running around character building stuff. I've got a con to get to. Have fun, Sweet Chimo. Alright, good. He actually liked that response. I just didn't want to tell him straight no. I didn't want to put his mind at ease, but it looks like he's thinking about this along the same lines, so it worked for him.
I've grown weary and impatient. These past 5 years, my hands have been bound, but now I can finally take action with a clear goal. I'm grateful to you and to everyone.
And that goal is? I didn't do anything.
Nonsense! Your presence steeled everyone's resolve.
Alright, that's fair. You can teach... Oh, Lysithia can actually teach me the magics, which is good. Because I am focusing on magic classes, so getting access to a better spell list is pretty important. Ferdinand will be bald in the near future. Ferdinand, really, realistically, if we think about his life and where it's headed, he's going to turn into Duke Oliver, all right? That's where he's headed. So I need to start work on Sedith and Alois. Those two need meals right up top. They won't support with each other, strangely enough, but okay. Let's throw Sedith at Hilda, because that was amazing the first time I saw it.
Yeah, well, okay, it's not the one where just Sedith does not take anything, any of Hilda's manipulative stuff.
Well, no, he spent the entire conversation never calling her out to her face and just continuing to dance around all these times she's pushed off work. Like, I know about this, and I know about this, and I heard about this, and I hope you're doing all right. The goddess is always watching you, you know.
Just guilt-tripping her.
It was, the first line was the best. It came in with, like, dreadful music, and you got Sedith from behind showing up like Batman, and nothing else had been said, and Hilda was, like, panicked and trying to leave.
The flavor is nostalgic.
Yummy!
His dad basically is Oliver, though. Yeah, right? I'm glad somebody else got that familiar vibe from it. Alois and either Shamir or Leone. Leone's actually in use in battle, so let's throw him... Well, since this is the first one, let's throw him at Leone. Just because Leone also needs some motivation back right now.
Oh, my favorite food. You've got to try
I
this.
am trying it. I have my own plate. Alois, are you not paying any attention? This is a group meal.
That looks delicious.
Ingrid's already maxed out because I had a support conversation, I think. So then, Cyril, who can you work with? You've already maxed with Claude. I could throw you at Lysithea or at Seteth. Seteth's already eaten today, so Lysithea it is. The smile emoji was actually pink.
Eating delicious. This is so...
I don't know, maybe just a tiny cultural thing. They might have made it pink by default and changed it to yellow in North America because we are more used to yellow emojis. Who knows? We got Claude, Lawrence, and Marianne left. Claude can build a support with Shamir. Ingrid has not already eaten, so that's an option. Or I could throw him in a net again, yeah. Gotta know where that creepity creep song's gonna go.
That smell.
Ooh, I love this
He looks
stuff.
so fucking stupid.
Does.
It's not even neatly done either. It's just like thrown on all haphazardly. There's a big tail sticking out the side. Lawrence and Marianne have already got their next support available, so I don't want to throw them at each other. Marianne is having no problems making Holy Night, so let's give Lawrence a chat with Mercy. That's Marianne again. Mercedes.
I did not expect much from the dining hall.
I know. Let's have tea together after our meal.
Yay! Only with you though. Lawrence can fuck right off. Knowing Claude, he's counting on his enemies to laugh at him. It's all strategy, I swear.
Probably.
Have you seen Dimitri's? I think I have seen Dimitri's. That's the one where he takes off his eye patch and he gets like sort of shorter, back to almost like his youthful hair, but a little messier, right? I've seen that picture of him and I don't know what else it could be besides the second hairstyle. Messier and has a ponytail? I did not know about that. Alright, let's do some fishing. See if we can suss up whatever this quest fish is. I don't even know what I'm looking for here. It's part of the problem. I'm just gonna fish for a while and see if when I quit, we get the thing. He keeps his eye patch post time skip. Oh, so it was a different hairstyle for when he's young. I swear I've seen him with that look and the adult outfit though, but maybe people were taking his war outfit, putting it on his young self, and then changing his hairstyle. Because I'm trying to think if there's some way that he winds up in the black armor without the eye patch. Because that's what I've seen. What I've seen on Twitter, the maid outfit is outstanding for reasons. I'm not going for that. Can't put the hairstyle on the young skin, but you can put them in adult clothes pre-time skip. And does the adult Dimitri pre-time skip come with or without the eye patch? Fishing is not that bad. You say great, it's just a timing thing. I've also played a lot of Xenoblade, both 1 and 2, and it kind of comes with a similar mechanic without the eye patch. Then it must have been that. Adult skin, new hairstyle, young Dimitri, so no eye patch. That is such a specific, combo of things to get that one look that I've seen a dozen times already on Twitter.
I'll be right back. I gotta go.
Yep.
Bathroom.
You're not missing much right now. Eye is dynamic to the world state, which is cool. I like that it's not just built onto the skin. It actually is its own thing. I'm not gonna go for the little ones anymore. The little ones just, like, don't seem to be worth it to me. Come on, give me a good one. Crimson Flower had no eye patch Dimitri. That it did. Because he actually got to be king in that one.
Be a great service.
Okay, cool. So I got the Fodlandy. Let's go back up to Lysithea, get her to teach me some magic, and then we'll call it done for the day.
I've got a knack.
Okay, instruction time. Instruct manually. Let's go. I don't know if I really need to do too much to Seteth. He doesn't have a whole ton in terms of class skills right now, but he might not need them. If I want him to, he could also back up a bit through intermediate and beginners classes and get some stuff there. He's already got access to Cavalier, and he could easily become a brigand for Deathblow. Excuse me. He doesn't have access to a movement ability yet, though, which might be worth getting. With a lot of swords work, he could become a hero. Heavy armor to put him in Fortress Knight. Paladin would need a bunch of riding. Warrior might be worth it for a little while. But that's about all I can think of. He might be better off spending some time in master classes. Bunch more axes and flying. Yeah, if I could point him towards War Master, that might be cool. But Wyvern Lord is such a good class. He might just...
We go with Dimitri.
He might just stick with what he's got. That makes me think, when using time skip look during the school phase, what does it make the Crimson... Does it use the Crimson Route's no eye patch mode? Yeah, we already said that. Yeah, it does. He's freakishly tall, though. Is he taller than Dedue? Because Dedue is like 10 feet tall, even as a youngling. Yeah, he does not want to ride, so trying to put him on any kind of a horse is probably a bad idea.
And for some reason, he has Cavalier unlocked.
I think it's just because he's already got the weapon skill for it, so it... Or yeah, it's right, he already has the certification done. Then maybe they give it to you as just like a freebie. Who knows?
Probably.
Yeah, he needs to focus on some axes if he wants to become into the Wyvern Lord. He needs an A and an A in flying.
That was enlightening.
I've never heard his, teaching quotes.
That wasn't... natural. Did you expect anything
Of course not. Be good.
Let's not exaggerate.
And then a little bit of flying.
Natural.
Okay, Cyril still needs work because I'm redirecting him towards Bow Knight, and right now he has absolutely zero chance of making it. You need lances at C, bows at A, riding at A. Lances seem like an easy one to get. There you go.
Feeling pretty good about this.
So now, Bonite is still at 0. Okay, cool. Back to riding?
A lot of skills in order to actually get these master classes.
You can technically get into Cavalier with E rank riding if you have enough spear skill. It's a 60% chance. Yeah, I figured it would be something like that. Alois, I think we decided we wanted to do something with him, which was Great Knight, but as opposed to Lorenz and Hilda, who are going defensive Great Knight, Alois is going to be offensive Great Knight. Stick to Warrior and Fighter, get a bunch of skills that way, and then lean on the natural defense of Great Knight to take a hit or two. So if he wants to be Great Knight, you need a bunch of riding and a bunch of heavy armor. We're just gonna put you on riding, and we're gonna call that, because your heavy armor's already at C.
Yeah.
Still got it. Seems my practice is paying off.
Good news is that there's a way to teach even more riding skill.
Oh, you're just flattering.
With the group tasks, and I can put him and Cyril together.
Let's do that again sometime. Still.
So past that, Leonie's already made her masterclass. Done. Marianne will make it with a 100% chance. Lysithia still needs quite a bit of riding to make that jump. She's only got a 47% chance because her riding's so low.
It was quite a challenge.
Okay, now you're at B.
Guess I'll...
And now you're up to 67. Okay, that's worth a gamble, I think. Hopefully Alois isn't gonna get any +1 luck levels in the future. I'll give him a few rounds and we'll see if he manages to pull his act together. If not, he will join Ignatz and Raph on the bench and I'll give him another shot in the church run.
Alois was, if I remember correctly, pretty good in my first run.
Cursed units exist. That's all it is. Units can be cursed.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
So is your riding already done, or do you need... Yeah, your riding is done. You need A in heavy armor and B+ in axes. Alright, well, let's just give you the B+.
I've come to understand.
Yeah, you can get the A in heavy armor pretty easily if you just have him focus on it.
I want to spend him a little bit of time in Fortress Knight too, because right now Lorenz actually hasn't mastered either Paladin or Fortress Knight. Leonie mastered Paladin, Hilda mastered Fortress Knight. Lorenz I swapped over halfway through. So I might leave him in... Well, I'll probably take the test to Great Knight to get the stat boost, and then keep him in Paladin for a little while. I could use Eloise as a War Master, but I have a hidden gimmick in this one that we haven't brought up for a while. Everybody in my army must be mounted. Everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, everyone needs to be either on a horse or a flying unit.
Yeah. Hello, Evil Dragon. How's it going? Because I like gimmicks. I like changing things up.
We're probably not... The shenanigans are probably not going to be as plentiful in the church run.
We'll see. I mean, the faculty-only run is its own gimmick, so yeah, I might take things a little more seriously past that. Who did you make Dancer then? Lorenz. And then immediately took him out of it. It was only for the sake of giving him a charm boost. Hilda for Great Knight only needs a little bit of riding. She's basically already got what she needs to make that jump.
Ow.
I don't have Anna, and No, I didn't know she was a thing. Watch the spoilers! Yeah, I think same deal with Hilda. I'm gonna have her take the Great Knight exam and then spend some time in Paladin.
I think I got the hang of it. Yeah! Who's the best? I'm the best.
I don't know how much more I can make it clear that it's blind. It's not in the description, sure. So I'll mark that down. But there is scrolling text that says blind at all times, so like zzz. Cool, I don't care what people consider DLC to be. I haven't personally seen it, so it is a spoiler here. DLC is absolutely spoilers, because it usually talks about something that happens after you've beat the game, when many people haven't beat the game. It is spoilers, and it should be considered such. What else? Let's push Claude towards alert stance. No, wait, no. Forgot about that. Ingrid. I need you to get that
Like I did it.
arrow immunity.
I appreciate your guidance. That was challenging.
I think this is the fullest the table has ever been, too. There's a lot of spots at this table. Group tasks. Stable duty, that needs to be Cyril and Alois. And they don't have a support together, and this is gonna suck, but they both needed the most. Actually, I guess Alois isn't gonna get there for a while. Nah, fuck it. It's better this way. Claude, bows and flying should work. Lauren's, what do you need? Heavy armor. So swap to heavy armor riding. Raphael is on flying already, so you're fine. Ignatz is on flying. Lysithia riding and reason. Until you get S rank, I'm gonna keep it there. Just be careful about what you ask, Evil Dragon, in anybody's stream. Like, the first thing you should think when somebody's playing a game is this a spoiler? Like, always. Because people like to play games blind on Twitch a lot. She needs riding, so is she focusing on it? She is, a little bit, yes. Lances are already good, so let's drop that and go focus on axes instead. Axes riding. Leonie's already made it. She doesn't need any more sword stuff, so forget it forever. Yep, bows and flying works. Ferdinand, Caspar, Mercedes, Annette are all on flying. Ingrid, lances and flying, that works. Sedith, authority in flying. Why did I do that? He needs axes and flying in order to make that jump, so let's focus there. Flame's already a Peg Knight, so that's fine. Alois actually cares about things now because I've started using him, so drop that flying. We're gonna put you on heavy armor and riding instead. And Cyril's already made his lance requirement, so we're gonna swap to bows and riding here. There we go, Harrier on high.
There's something I'd like to ask you.
A lot of people who ask themselves that about DLC would say no. Cool, then ask the streamer, because what you think is not what everybody thinks, and that's something I wish could be drilled into people's minds across the world. Seeing the cathedral in such a rundown state makes me feel sorry. As soon as the war is over, uniform is more beautiful than ever. I think it looks kind of nice this way.
Are you
You're not lacking motivation. I'm not using you anyway. That was an answer for me.
Professor.
No, I don't care what you asked, Ignatz. No. Sedith would like to speak to you. I think this is his A rank.
May I discuss something with you? I promised to help you find the truth of who
Yeah,
you
I skipped the first two on this one, and I think this is like... I'm gonna watch this one because it might give some context to this run, which I've been promised has mystery answers.
But I'm afraid it's not that simple. There are some details I have kept concealed.
Like?
5 years ago, before she vanished, I asked Rhea some pointed questions. I learned that she knows everything about you. No, that is understating it. Rhea is responsible for your existence. I could explain to you here and now what fragments of knowledge I was able to pry from
Please?
Rhea. I fear, however, that a partial understanding might do you more harm than good. Once we save Rhea, you will know the whole of it. For now, that is all I can
You
tell
said the same thing in the Blue Lions run, and then we never even got to talk to her.
If you are still uncertain about your feelings, then permit me to add one more thing. You, Rhea, and I, we are like family. Because of those deep ties, you can be certain that I will never abandon or betray you. On the contrary, I greatly wish to see what your future holds. I am, and will always be, your ally.
What if I join Edelgard, though? That makes you turn tail real quick.
You are not wrong. History is full of examples. I don't believe that will be the case here, but I suppose all I can do is ask for your trust. The truth is, you have become indispensable to me, and that is true quite independently of whether I see eye to eye with Rhea, or even whether we are friends. After this war is over, where I go and what I do will depend wholly on you.
It's a big weight.
I'm still trying to figure that out myself. Perhaps it is just that I find you so fascinating that I cannot bring myself to leave your side. I dislike a one-sided conversation, but in this case, I am afraid I had no choice. Our future is yours to determine.
Nobody's ever been nice to Ignatz. I protest that. I was nice to Ignatz. I gave him a shot. I gave him 20 levels worth of shots. Ever since he got rally speed in one of the first battles, I'm like, this guy's gonna be good. And then he actually hit pretty hard when I gave him the Blue Lion Battalion. And then he got a pretty decent crit rating, and he was not a bad unit. Except that he never continued to be not a bad unit. He kind of gave up on not being a bad unit and turned a hard left into bad unit town through continued bad level ups. And I gave up with my patience. No, Annette.
I found some use for him in my run. I made him an assassin. He was pretty speedy, could dodge a few things.
Time to pitch in.
Ready to hop to it.
My Ignatz was one of the slowest units in my army. Just cursed again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand now.
Saint Zeros Day. Yeah, him in the cathedral. Let's do it. I'm so close to maxing my authority.
Ah, it feels good to sing nice and loud. Fill my chest up with sound.
Everyone should sing louder.
2 gigantic men. Oh, I'm 4 points away. 4.
So close.
Next time I do cathedral, I'll get it. Okay, yeah, since there are battles to be done here, actually, these don't have a time limit on them, so I could wait until I get paralogs and then do it. Yeah, let's do that. So another exploration. Just go do some rebuilding of the same motivation levels we just drained. I really wish I could take part in the sword tournament. I'm the best person. I'm the only one in the army that really cares about swords right now. Claude, I guess, but he just doesn't have the what he needs to stand up against that swords master. Oh, it probably doesn't help that I didn't even have him equipped with sword prowess in that. That had to have been a bit of a pain. Some HP plus 5 would have also assisted him. But that's really all I could do, is give him 5 more HP and some more hit and avoidance. That's not enough to save that. Nobody rests. Byleth might die.
Maybe.
Oh, I didn't actually pick the flowers. Wait, I did. Yay. No, I didn't pick the flowers last time, because that's what I planted before the time skip. Cultivate, Caledonian soil. Okay, good.
Hi there.
Gotta go turn in a quest down here. Excuse me.
Hello there. Return soon, please.
You?
Oh, good. Thanks. Professor?
Okay, so then what else? There's nothing that I can do up top there, but I can go to the cathedral and get my maxed authority. S plus authority. It's gonna be a thing.
It'd be like 1 point away.
I'm 4 points away right now. If it only gives me 3, that will be bullshit. So who could actually use this right now? I could throw Lysithea and Annette together, but I think they just talk about candies, and I've already seen that one go to fruition. So then Lysithea and Raph, maybe. Lysithea and Cyril. Marianne has a lot more options. Let's throw her and Ignatz together again. What about those people who have a few points from leveling faith? Nah.
Music speaks to the heart.
I can't sing very loud.
I only want that little max right there. Look at it. It's done. It's done. Nobody cares, Ignatz. Yes. Learn the ability offensive tactics.
I fully grasped this topic.
Why do I immediately feel disappointed? Because it's the opposite of defensive tactics. Battalion Endurance takes half damage. Oh, never mind. Grants might +5 and hit +20 with gambits. Hit +20, though. That means I could basically take like a lightning charge with no support bonuses and hit with 100%.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That is not bad. It's not the crazy rally I was I wasn't expecting a crazy rally because I already got rally movement. I've seen all the rallies. I'm not sure it's worth S+, but it's definitely useful. I don't even know if I have an offensive battalion on me right now. No, I don't. I have the volunteers. So I gotta remember that when and if I choose to use offensive battalions. The point is, I have an S+. I wanted to do it, now I know what it does. Or now I know what it does for me. It might be different for different people because authority gives rewards at different times depending on the unit. Get Lysithea to teach me some magic real quick. Marianne could also teach me faith, which might be a better way to spend it. Byleth has high charm, so offensive battalions work well. True. I just am using myself more as a support than an offensive character for this run.
I hope.
Van Strill, you can't teach me faith because I have the same rank as you? You can teach me riding, so okay, let's do that. Who needs doors when you can phase through them? It's so much easier.
We'll slightly phase through them.
Okay, so who's up next? Who does Ingrid want to work with? Ingrid and Sethith can eat together. Yes.
The flavor is
Nostalgic. Appreciate any good meal. Good, good, good. Claude can support with Shamir, Flane, Annette. Let's throw him Flane this time. No, wait, he doesn't actually need any supports. He doesn't get to eat. Sorry, Claude. You've already got a full belly right now. Shamir and Alois are a thing? Okay.
And they are Knights of Theros.
That's true, but with that in mind, I'm less interested in that because I'll get that chain in the next run. For now, I should continue throwing Alois at Leone. Because that's something we can actually use. If they're going to be on the field at the same time. Ingrid and Sedith has an A support? That's...
That looks
what? No! What are you talking about? An A support just means that they, like, grow together as a relationship pretty closely. Like, friendly or anything. Look, Shamir and Leone have an A rank together. That doesn't mean they're interested in sex, and I've seen that paired ending. It doesn't end up that way. If anyone needs adult talk, it's her anyways. Yeah, they're probably just gonna chat about, like, being straight-laced together. That's it.
Totally.
Thought they would marry on all A supports. No, 'tis not the case. There's a lot of A supports that do not end up in marriage, which is something that I called out in Blue Lions as really appreciating. This game is not about shipping. This is back to the old ways of paired endings, which is if it makes sense for them to spend parts of their life together, they will do so. They don't have to be married to do that. Leone and Shamir end up making a mercenary group together. Felix and Dimitri have an A support, where Felix just becomes Dimitri's right-hand man for life, and gets really, really distraught when Dimitri dies. Like, more so than the Queen, is how it was phrased. So who else needs motivation right now? Cyril. Can eat with... I think Sedith's already gone. Lysithia's an option, but so's Shamir. But let's throw him at Lysithia first, since they both need a boost right now. Welcome to normal Fire Emblem. Yay!
Yay!
Felix when Dimitri dies is some kind of twisted joke. Lawrence and Claude, Lawrence and Leone, Lawrence and Mercedes. Let's throw Lawrence and Claude a bone. Just because they are often on the front lines together. There's also Hilda, who has one ready to go with Claude and can also eat with a good number of other people. Sedith's already eaten, and I feel like I might have missed the chance for Caspar. But what the fuck, it's a thing. I could throw Caspar at Hilda basically at any time, since Hilda's not gonna wind up as a flyer.
Yummy! You're eating too slow, Professor.
Don't tell me how to eat. Yeah, Lawrence is fine, so I don't need to worry about maxing him this time. Everybody else seems to be pretty okay as well. So if that's all I need for this... let's save the rest of the food and go do some teachings.
The church of...
Cool! Glad to know that I can waste a time point on something that's already maxed.
Wow.
I just had to know. Oops.
Okay.
Is that actual line in the game? No, it's not. It's a YouTube video for, like, Professor Crit quotes. Or more accurate to real life Professor Crit quotes. I liked the sequel where they shut the fuck up Ferdinand. Even more exuberantly. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna mute the game audio here, and I'll just let you guys listen to him real quick.
Looking at that one.
Fire Emblem Professor Crit quotes. Byleth critical quotes. Is this real? Nah, that's real. Fire Emblem. Oh, real teacher edition. Maybe not, maybe not. But this is not the same one that I'm thinking of. It's a different voice. I want the original. Teacher? Oh, wait, there it is. There it is. I think that's the one. If female Byleth. I've got if crit quotes were real. There we go. That's the one. It's only 10 seconds, the first one.
Class is in session! Take your seats! I'll wait! Turn to page 57! Casper, shut the fuck up!
I'll wait. It has so much threateningness to it. And this is the follow-up.
The bell doesn't dismiss you.
I do! I don't know! Can you? Give me your phone! It's in the syllabus! Everything I say will be on tomorrow's test! Passing notes in class, are we? That's a referral! Would you like to share with the rest of the class? The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell! Take your test and pray! You failed the midterm! I don't get paid enough for this! I said square up, not square root! Spit out that gum! These are not my expectations!
And I am Ferdinand von Eyck.
Ferdinand, shut the fuck up! Whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe! Is there an AA-ron present? The Fitnessgram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that consider yourself dismissed.
Oh, sorry, phone. Hello? That's another spam. Anyways, that was fun. I really liked those.
Those are good.
Turn to page 57. Casper, shut the fuck up.
Shut up, Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, shut the fuck up. Oh, so good. So much fun. Somebody else here could teach me riding, and I can't remember. Oh, Leonie. Leonie has like an A+. Of course she can teach me riding. Game is still muted. Thank you.
It's all, of course, so do your...
Advanced drills. Teach me to ride. So that I may ride one of you students into battle.
Sounds weird out of context.
Who else teaches me riding? Lawrence and Hilda can both probably teach me riding.
Professor, I have written to my...
Yeah, actually, like, using a bunch of my time points on riding is probably a good idea, because if I boost myself up as high as possible, I might be able to get myself to having that movement +1 ability, which is real good. Yeah, I'll ride Raphael in a battle. There you go. I'm still a noble. I'm still a noble. I'm still a noble. Noble. Noble, 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 noble. Ferdinand, shut the fuck up! Okay, Cyril, you need help. You need help on your riding. Bonite is still at a big ol' fat 0. Whoops. That was looped over my ear. I must have looked very dumb for a while. Eloise also needs much help to get to Great Knight. Your axes are the only thing that are there. At least you don't hate riding. You're good at heavy armor and you don't hate riding.
I'll make good use of this power.
Ferdinand, he's a good unit. He's not a good person or a good character, but he's a good comic relief and a very good dodge tank. Ouch. Lysithia. 67%, but a little bit more riding couldn't hurt. Lysithia, you're phoning it in today. I expect better of you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so Hilda for Great Knight. You're already just fine where you are. So then let's give Seteth some help.
It seems my proficiency has improved. That was helpful.
I can agree enough to that. Lorenz is Ferdinand done right. I can get behind that. That might be why I dislike Lorenz less than I dislike Ferdinand. He's still a foppish, noble buffoon. But it's harder to just tell him to sit down and STFU than it is for Ferdinand. And I know you love Ferdinand, Mystery Man, and I apologize that that's where you've chosen to place your affections, but you know I speak the way that I think.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of respect for Ferdinand, okay?
I hated him less by the end of his run, which is more than I can say for some of the Black Eagles.
Looks like I did it.
Sword-wielding flyers are scary. Maybe I should... Maybe once Ingrid is maxed out, you know, both lances and flying, as she's really fucking close to doing right now, I should have her pick up swords for a while, get extra dodgy.
More evasion.
Leonie's already got evasion with her bows. She's not gonna pick up a sword. Who else is there? I got Leonie, and I got Hilda, and I got Claude. Let's get Leonie up to that alert stance plus.
I've learned a lot. No problem. Nothing to get excited
Lorenz is to Claude like what Felix was to Dimitri. Ferdinand was just nothing to Edelgard. That's harsh.
Nope.
But I kind of see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are just nothing to Edelgard, and it's probably part of what makes me not like her.
Edelgard is just by herself in her own little bubble.
Which is very dangerous and not good for them. God damn it, Claude, I forgot you were wearing that headband. I looked at his unit portrait, I clicked it, and he just shows up like this. You
yeah,
fuck.
it's not the default every time you see his model, you're just gonna get thrown off by the headband.
That was so helpful. I didn't even know I cared this much. I think I got the hang of it.
Edelgard for the entire Crimson Flower playthrough was just roll over and die or fuck off. Yeah, I really don't like that kind of black and white look at the world. I really don't like it. Claude, I swear to God, if you keep that headband on, we ain't in school no more, Teach, and I'm gonna wear it. I'm the leader of a country. What are you gonna do to me? God damn it. So good. It's so good. It's so wonderfully bad. Oh. All right, Alois, please spare me from Claude.
Hello, Professor. What brings you here?
This one is interesting.
I, the headband, am in control now. Oh, this run is so goofy. It's so much fun.
Definitely fits the deer.
Fancy bit of fishing? No, I saw you here and...
Are you looking for help with something? Ah, no. Your eyes tell a different story. You know, I can hardly go fishing without thinking of old Gerald. He and I would just sit here, casting our lines again.
Oh god, is Alois what Leonie has in her future if she just keeps thinking about Gerald? Is she gonna turn into him? No, please.
I'm no better at it now than I was then. Not a single nibble.
Maybe if you were quieter.
Just like your father. You know all the tricks of the fisherman's trade. I was hopeless at it, but he was a master. In the time it took me to catch one fish, he could fill his basket to the brim. You know, talking to you, I'm feeling very nostalgic. Why don't you join me? We can trade some stories about the old man.
Look, he's very earnest, but he's also very... Like, Ernest, and Ernest doesn't... Ernest, I want to say a second adjective, but I really feel like Ernest just comes with an understanding of sincerity to it. And Alois is very that.
Yes.
We spoke before about how Gerald never seemed to age, right? Once, when he was drunk, he let the secret slip. He said he'd had an infusion of crest-bearing blood, and it had greatly extended his life.
Well now, that's a thing that might actually add a bit of fuel to the mystery fire that we haven't learned about for 2.5 runs. You're kidding, right?
Well, we'd both been drinking. I figured he was joking, so I just laughed.
You just gonna drop this on us?
Then I asked him his age. He said he'd stopped counting after he hit 100. And he was telling the truth.
Yeah, he is
in those
that
20
old.
years he was away, he didn't age a bit. An incredible person, to be sure. And I probably don't know the half of it. Actually, I'd like to ask you something about Gerald, if you don't mind. When Gerald was away from the monastery, what was he like?
I wonder who gave him that blood. This just raises further questions. He did nothing but drink.
In other words, he was exactly the same. When I was his squire, he was always hollering for a drink. He just wouldn't put a cork in it. But on the battlefield, he was unequaled. That's why people used to call him the Blade Bringer.
And I guess with 100 years of battle experience, you can get that way.
I have to say, right now, fishing with you, it really takes me back. This feels just like the good old days, when Gerald was sitting alongside me.
Well then.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted you to see Alois support so much.
Well then.
We didn't do too bad, did we?
That had some fuel to the fire.
Let's see it in action.
So yeah, Gerald.
Excuse me, what? Leone gets point blank volley? Cyril, you just lost what made you special because one of my all-stars learned it.
Okay, so we're turning Leone into the new flying archer.
What do you mean the new? That was always the point.
Well, it turning into what Cyril was.
Well then. Leone is quickly turning into one of those people that just has too many skills to know what to do with. Because she's already got close counter and movement +1 and alert stance and darting blow. She's got Aegis in there that I already didn't have space for. Oh wait, that's a combat art. It's not an ability. It's not an ability. It's not an ability. And I still haven't seen fucking triangle attack. Don't let me forget this. I have to do it.
Okay.
I've wanted to do it since Blue Lions.
You had Ingrid, Petra, and Sadif in the blinds, but then Petra dies, so you can see it. And then the second run.
No, wait, Dimitri too was a wyvern.
In the Eagles run, you couldn't even get 3 flyers.
I had Petra, and I had somebody else, and I was counting on Sedith to make it 3, and then Sedith abandoned me.
You had Petra and Manuela, but Sedith abandoned you.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Now you can actually see it.
Okay, another exploration.
Professor.
Let's squeeze in another, let's say 3 supports right now. While I do some running around, call out. Who do you want to see? Don't name a combo, just name a character you want, and I'll pick 3. And decide the combo myself. Alright, you want a Raph?
No.
Right.
Claude, Lawrence, Helm, and Gloucester.
Maybe.
I'm gonna pick 3 more supports to do just today. And I'm telling people to call out a name. So, Mystery, you're on call with me, so you wanted Raph.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Raph actually doesn't have that many available for him right now. Well, let's throw him and Ignatz together.
Hey, Raphael. Reading a letter?
Well, if it isn't old Ignatz. I got a message here from my sis.
Oh, a letter from Maya. I haven't seen her in so long. I bet she's all grown up.
Nah, she's still a shrimp. It's been a while since I saw her. But she's probably only up to your
If
shoulder.
she was very young before the 5 years, that would still make sense.
I can't believe she's gotten that tall.
I wrote to tell her about how we're friends again. Do you remember this?
Is that the picture I drew for her?
She sent it along with the letter. I guess she held on to it since we were kids.
That's a good touch.
All right, that's enough looking. She said to show it to you and send it right back.
To think she's handling my little doodle with such reverence. That warms my heart. I remember the day I gave Maya that drawing. She looked so happy. Before then, I never knew I could make people happy with art. It was a revelation.
I do so love how they link things together in these. Like, this is the girl that Leone was talking about. It's Raph's sister.
I've been drawing and painting ever since, in hopes of becoming an artist one day.
You're much better now, so it must be paying off. I bet you could be a real artist.
No, that's not possible, I'm afraid. I have to consider my parents' wishes.
Who cares what your parents want? It's not like you're a noble or nothing. Your fate is your own.
Huh. You think so?
I know so. And I'm gonna support you with whatever dream you got. Okay, let me see. What's the first step to follow your dreams? Oh, got it. You should paint me.
You won't sit still long enough.
Paint you?
Yeah. I want my little sis to know how good I'm doing here. So I gotta send her proof. Plus, she'll be doubly impressed if it's a painting you made.
Good point. I can certainly try to capture your likeness.
Okay, that's good reasoning.
I'll paint you with a warm, cheerful expression on your face to bring Maya comfort.
My face? No way! You gotta get my muscles in there. Mostly my chest.
You want to send your sister a picture of just your torso? Like, from here down? Of just your chest?
Are you sure that's what she'd want to see?
Wait! Before
Yes.
I start painting, I gotta get me a little more training in. If my muscles aren't bulging, then what's the
This
point?
is your sister!
I'm not sure about this.
Weasel out of it, Ignatz. Weasel out of it. Just send him a picture of his send her a picture of his bicep. Hoy. All right. Imagine Heart asked for Claude. Let's throw Claude, and you know what? I've been curious about this Cyril one, and he did mention Cyril coming back after time skip.
Sorry, Claude. You can't go past.
Huh? Ah, Cyril, it's you.
I feel like his eyes are also out of focus with his headband on. It makes it worse.
Is there a problem? It's not the first time I've been to the Holy Tomb. Rhea herself took me there once. Besides, the inside's been scoured by the Imperial Army. There's nothing left there now.
Don't matter. Lady Rhea said nobody could go in, so I can't let you through. I gotta do what Lady Rhea says. You wanna break them rules? Then you'll be her enemy. If you're trying to do that, I'll have to fight you.
Fine, I get it. I wouldn't hesitate to make an enemy of Rhea if it came to that. But I'd rather not fight with you. So I'll back off. For now.
Why is that?
Does it matter?
Dunno. With your status, you could smack me to the ground and walk right over me.
I guess. But I wouldn't. We're friends.
I thought you were the kind of guy who'd smack down just about anybody if you needed to.
You really are a stubborn one. All right then, I'll tell you. I swore I'd change this world so that those without status are no longer oppressed. Though you were never one of the people I was hoping to save. I never knew that there were people in Elmira in your kind of situation. I realized that my own perspective was too narrow. You helped me realize that. So, I owe you.
Did you just say you're all about saving people who are oppressed? Really?
I did. Is it so strange to hear that from me?
It's just... you reminded me of Lady Rhea there for a second. Lady Rhea always tried to save us folks without any status in the world. Like when she let an outsider like me stay at the monastery. That was real nice. She brought in those kids from Ramire Village when they lost their parents, and...
Well, I'm not a religious man. I'm sure Rhea wouldn't want to be lumped in with a guy like me.
Lady Rhea didn't do those things because the goddess told her she should. She did it because she wanted to. I can tell you that.
I see. In that case, maybe I don't need to make an enemy.
See, Cyril makes a pretty good case for why she's not an insane person, which I am more inclined to believe.
Thanks, Cyril. I think you've brought me a step closer to my dream.
Thanks to you too, Claude. If I was able to help you, then that makes me happy.
Okay. That I wish that had an A rank, but that was good. I like that. Lastly, the headband looks so weird with his regal outfits. I remember the headband was not a thing when I did the deer. It must have been an added thing. Oh, dude, have you not seen? Are you not on the train with headband, Claude? It's a fantastic thing. He's just so goddamn stupid with it, and it keeps taking me by surprise.
The fact that it's not on his art that it keeps throwing you off. It's only on his model that it appears.
All hail the headband. Second only to God King DD2. Whew. I also had never seen it prior to today. Yeah, apparently I'm bringing in new things to this game.
I've already seen it.
I have seen Edelgard's hairstyle, but I didn't like it as much, so I didn't use it. And Dimitri was my first run, so I didn't get to play with that. One more support. Somebody called out for
Lawrence.
Lawrence, yeah. Yeah, let's go for a Lawrence. Lawrence has so many ready to go. Let's let Hilda walk all over him.
Lawrence, look!
What is it, Hilda? Ah, a letter from your brother?
That's right. Though part of me thinks it's some stranger imitating my brother's handwriting. He's never given me this much praise. Hilda, you've learnt the value of persistence. You're really maturing, stuff like that. Usually his letters are like, I'm worried about you, and stop being so lazy.
Since I have fought by your side, I can assure you that his praise is genuine and entirely deserved.
I've written about fighting in plenty of letters. Why is he so gushy this time around?
I would venture to guess that your depictions of battle are more passionate than before. It's no surprise that such authenticity would resonate with a veteran warrior like your brother.
If that's true, I have you to thank. You've inspired me to throw myself into battle. Does everyone think I'm a tough warrior now? I don't want to be stuck with their high expectations.
It's too bad you are.
Would that be so terrible? You are gifted, you know. Not to say that your lackadaisical nature has failed to endear itself to me.
I'll choose to take that as a compliment.
Speaking of letters, did you keep your promise? Did you, mention?
Oh, right, you're after your status.
I did. I told my brother all about you. I said you were a uniquely gifted leader who could inspire people to be their best selves. And I said that you'll be a real asset to the Alliance. I also told him how I wished you could join our family. He responded that he'd be honored to call you his brother.
Oh, I don't think he asked for that part.
How to have such a valiant brother would be beyond my wildest expectations.
Lawrence? You know what I mean about you joining our family, right?
He just looked right past that bit. Straight to the noble status.
I believe I do. And I confess, if I am correct, that the same thought has preoccupied me as well. But you must forgive me. Now is not the time. Before we can consider our own future, we must first end this war. We must secure a peaceful world.
And if we do attain a peaceful world, then what? Come on! Just say it.
As much as I'd like to grant that request, I cannot. This is something that will deeply affect our lives. It must be said at the proper time and place, with the most artfully chosen words, and the perfect offering.
As much as that seems like a dick move, wow. The anticipation that does.
I am Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, after all.
Just completely blue-balled her.
I'm not usually one for waiting around, but maybe I'll make an exception in his case.
That was good. That was good. I like that. Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. Despite his nobleness and stuff, I have admitted, I will continue to admit, Lawrence stands out to me a lot more than Ferdinand did. I do like him. I want him to shut up about half the time, and I hate how up his own ass he is with his nobility. But it's an interesting character to see. I like Leone stepping all over him. I like that he's the only person in the game that actually managed to get Mercedes mad, like, angry at him. And I think it's a screenshot.
Accomplishment, by the way.
Yeah. I find myself growing irritated just looking at you. Your whole existence is rather sad. Just merciless mercy. It was good. It was good. Well, now that we're talking about supports too, I'm not going to go back and show it again, but Maniacal, when you did your deer run, did you happen to see Hilda and Sedith? Because that C rank is now one of my favorite supports in the game. Yeah, I remember it. It was awesome. I wanted him to show up and just lecture her, but no. He did it in the super subtle reach around way without actually saying anything negative. It was so good.
A couple of my favorites just for humor alone are like the first support with Dorothea Ferdinand and then Hubert Caspar B.
Excuse me. All right. So let's have them eat together again too. Hilda, Sedith.
Yep.
Who else needs to eat? Cyril can eat with Lysithia, Mercy, also Sedith, and Shamir. Let's do Lysithia since Shamir's lower priority. We'll get that one in the faculty run regardless. What did he say? Cyril, Lysithia?
Cyril, Lysithia.
Gotta find something they both don't hate then. God, I'm sorry about my throat.
I've got...
Then Ingrid can eat with... She's still got 2 with Ignatz, which surprises me that there's so much there. Ingrid and Iggy.
I appreciate...
Who else? Lawrence and Leone both need one, and I think they actually have one more rank to go. Yeah, so I can have them eat together. If I'm lucky enough that they both like one of the foods that's on display. Doesn't look like it. Leone, Lawrence? Nope, he hates it. Nope, he hates it. There we go. That'll work.
Hey.
Oh. I missed that. You cleaned your plate. Shit. How do I get at that? I have to hear those.
Hey, you're cleaning your plate. Nice job.
Please stop. You sound like my mother.
There's just no concept of the nobility he treasures so much.
Oh.
I love the genuine disdain for Leone's comment.
Cry in that one line.
Nice job. Whew. Please stop. I can throw some people at this. So goals, we got Flane. Sorry, supports. We got Flane, who has another one with Claude. Okay, fine. Although she's a flyer, I can get that later. Who does Sedith work with in here? We have so many options. Let's throw Sedith and Ingrid a bone.
May my soul...
Regard.
Marianne can teach me to ride.
I hope.
Ride. I think I'm gonna run into a situation where I just have too many time points towards the end of the game. Nobody's gonna be able to teach me things. I'm not gonna have the food for all the meal times. That'll be a first. People always say my muscles are huge, but I'm still not satisfied. It'd be way better if they were even huger, right? The bigger you are, the easier you are to spot in battle. People with small muscles are strong too. You want to hear huge. You want to be swole. You want to be swale. You don't even want to be an O.
Super big.
You want more vowels. You want swool.
Swool.
Hey, you. Well...
His A+ with Ingrid is only in lines. Aw, that's a bit of a shame. I guess I'm gonna have to look it up then. Could do tournaments for money. I can't win this month's tournament. It's swords. The only person on my team who's even kind of decent with swords besides me is Claude, and he's not good enough to win that tournament. I've already tried twice. When you've had too many points later in the game. Maybe? I could guess.
Why not looking back?
Yeah, you know flying and, lances, and I can't use those. I have what? 3 points left?
Professor?
I've already had Marianne and Lawrence teach me about riding. I could go get Sedith to top me up in something. Not authority, since that's maxed.
Professor, 5 long... The church...
Sure, let's push towards swords. Just because it's a thing I can do. No, Claude's no good at that. Shamir knows bows and lances. And that's probably no better at reason than I am at this point. Cooking food for stat boosts? You're right, that's a thing I could do, but it's eating up more of my mealtime food. Oh, you can teach me some magic. Alright, good. Go for that.
There is still more to learn.
Now that I think about it, nothing stops me from just using Sedith again since I've used Ingrid 3 times now. Ingrid is fantastic, and thank you for appreciating her. I feel bad. I feel really bad right now because two of my Blue Lion precious babies are like, this sucks. We have to fight our friends, and that's like, my dad is missing. Ah! Even when I bring them into my team, they're suffering. Cook for me an immortality stew. We have so many of these pikes.
I enjoy baking. I see.
Do I have to do another I have to do another week of this in this 1 month. Ah! Okay, instructions. Cyril, riding, learn it.
You don't need to go exploring, at least this time.
I don't need to, but, like, I could. I think, yeah, if I did a seminar, I might actually be able to give people some more skills. You're right. Heavy armor and riding. Okay, you still need so much riding.
I'll make good use of this power.
Golden Deer, a bunch of goofballs and memes. Black Eagles, Edelgard commands her army of nitwits. Blue Lions, everyone has depression. Ah!
Yeah.
It hurts because I understand it.
Naturally. Did you expect anything less?
Ferdinand, Caspar, and Ferdinand. They're a bunch of nitwits.
Naturally.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest Bernadetta.
Oh.
Ingrid, continue.
I appreciate your guidance. That was just... Looks like I did it. Ah, no big deal.
Ferdinand is so nitwitty, he counts for 2 people.
Yeah, Ferdinand and Von Eyre. His whole family is nitwits. I mean, his dad did get, like, axed immediately.
It was quite a challenge.
Yeah, so Hilda has 100% chance of Great Knight right now. Lawrence has also 100% chance. Awesome, they both made it.
One more level.
Then I could push Leone a little bit more on flying so that she gets that awesome extra alert stance. Excuse. Or I could push Claude. Because Claude could... Claude!
I learned a lot from this.
It's gonna catch you off guard every single time.
It happened again! I look at his portrait. I bring him to the front and he shows up with this stupid headband.
I learned a lot.
You are the leader of a country! Yeah, I know. That's why you can't make me take it off. God damn it, Claude!
As the leader of a country, I can do what I want.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Hey, just because I'm a completely generous soul isn't forcing everyone to wear my headband.
Just a little detail. I appreciate even in newer FE games they put in pixel sprites. I really like that too. It's something that just links it back to the old days, like to the classics. It's a tiny indication that like this is an old series and this is how we used to display things. It's like, aw, I like. Physical exertion is not my forte. Wrong. 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 Our
Wrong.
Mercedes is best Mercedes. Yeah, I did Armor Mercedes. Armor Mercedes was better at everything than Edelgard was, which
We're all done.
is part of what makes me super not impressed with her as a unit.
You put someone with high magic stats into a physical class.
And it worked. And now I'm doing it again, and it's working again. So I can teach people swords and authority. I can teach everybody authority. It's okay if I share a coffee pick. Oh, also, I forgot to mention earlier, somebody asked if they could ask me a question not related to the stream. Yeah, go ahead, ask away. It doesn't have to be related to the stream. It was up here somewhere. I hope it didn't scroll away. It might have scrolled away. I hope that dude's still around. JC4R, that's it, yeah. Half of my Black Eagle's Eye album is just Ferdinand dying. Oh yeah, it's great. I did it on almost every map. I just really, really wanted to rub it in his face how not in control of this he was. Every one of these ones that's like a Ferdinand quote is just him dying.
And I took one time where he got critted twice by Kronia.
I took about 12 pictures of Mercedes passing her first armor exam because in I wanted to do this in Blue Lions, and when she finally was good enough to take the exam, she failed, and the same day as when she died. It sucked. We got death. We got nuking. We got death. Now that was Death Knight going down to me. We got death. We got Merciless Mercy. With, what was this, like a crit rate of 33 and she did it twice?
Oh yeah, crit rating of 13.
Yeah, a crit of 13 against a monster that was supposed to kill her. Dead Ferdy. Not even gonna think about it. There's so many good little moments in here.
Yeah, so many good moments.
Merciless Mercy, Kronia, critting Ferdinand twice. Yeah. Because I skipped the combat and I'm like, wait, that math doesn't work out. So then I rewound it.
One hit. Two hit.
Fall like this.
So many good moments. This is probably my favorite one. It's just a really good, like, frame perfect snapshot of Edelgard asserting her dominance. And Ferdinand had 0-0. He had nothing equipped, to be fair.
The one with Catherine is also a pretty good one.
That one? Yeah, that's a good moment. Getting absolutely shredded. I don't want to kill you, does it anyway? Yeah, so I could teach a lot of people authority, and a lot of people could use that. Cyril could also teach a lot of people axes, but I don't know if everybody needs that one. So, who could use some authority? Who's, in need? There we go. Okay, so Claude is at B. Lawrence could use it. He's about to rank up, so that's Lawrence. Ignatz doesn't count. Marianne. Lawrence, Marianne. Sedith. And Cyril. Lawrence, Marianne, Sedith, Cyril, and then somebody else. Claude's showing up for swords, so that works too, and that's 5. So you're only showing up because nobody else wants to, so... Excuse me. Let's give you this so that you've got authority interest. Cyril can get 2 swords and authority just so that you have super interest. Riding heavy armor, you've already made it, so you're fine. Let's give you some authority, and then riding. Give you bows and authority so that you actually show up. Who else was it? I've got Claude, Lawrence, Sedith, Cyril, Marianne, I think was one more. Faith and authority, and then... Somebody else. I'm surprised Hilda's got up to C, despite having, like, a dislike for authority.
Yeah, maybe Hilda or Ingrid, maybe?
Ingrid's already at A rank, she's fine. I'm thinking Hilda or Alois. Let's throw Alois at it. He, more than most, will probably need the bonus that a higher battalion could give him. Lawrence, Marianne, Sedith, Alois, Cyril, Claude. Yeah. Claude would teach his seminar in the headband. You're right, he would. He's still wearing it. At least he had the wherewithal to sit in the back of the class.
I must always improve.
I think I've got the idea.
Hopefully this proves
Remember the time Ferdinand crit and finished the map when you tried to kill him? I do remember that. It reset all of my like for him at that time.
I'll make good use of
The
this
time you
power.
didn't, which meant that you didn't get to kill Ignatz.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Authority is always being earned by fighting, so even with a dislike, you can still get decent authority with occasional training. Yep. Motivation of attendees increased. Now let's go off and do a battle.
Everyone, listen up. I have a proposal. We are now building our forces in order to rise up against the Imperial Army.
And we don't have a direct target this time, so I don't know where Claude wants to go. Dimitri was all about kill Edelgard, and Edelgard was all about take out Claude. Is Claude gonna want to go after Dimitri? He doesn't seem like he's focused on Fargus.
But it wouldn't be smart for us to fight under the banner of the Alliance. That would only incite the lords who support the Empire. We've also combined forces with the Knights of Seros. Therefore, I suggest that we operate under a new symbol. That's why I've prepared this. You may recognize it as the Crest of Flames, which resides in Teach. The phantom crest that has reappeared after more than 1,000 years.
This is new.
We're attempting our own miracle, so it seems like a suitable symbol for us. So, until we welcome the dawn of a new age in Fodor,
He's just creating an entirely new fighting force.
let's fight to the very end, as one, under the symbol of the Crest of Flames.
Impressive, Claude. Forget restoring the monastery. You've somehow roped everyone into fighting back against the Empire.
If you recall, I never technically asked anyone to join us. If anything, we have Teach's achievements to thank.
You manipulative fuck. Of course Hilda would be attracted to stand next to you.
Now that you mention it, I guess I should express my gratitude. Hey, friend. So this is where you
Are you still wearing the headband? What would you say if I was? I'm not turning around. I'm not turning around until you take that thing off.
Without you, the Knights never would have joined our cause. I can never pay you back.
I can't even look at you. Oh god, there it is.
Just leave it to me, Teach.
It actually took away his chin strap, too.
When this fight is over, I plan to see all of my dreams come to fruition. And yours as well.
What are your dreams, Claude?
Well, for
The
example,
headband is
to
the
bust
source of
open
all his
Fodlan's throat. There's a massive fortress there, which is responsible for protecting the eastern border of the
You
Alliance.
did this in Crimson Flower, too. You want the Elmirans to come in and wreck some shit.
I like to think of it as a lid on a bottle. The people of Fodlan only know a small part of the world. Their prejudices are born because they don't know what lies beyond their borders. And the opposite is true too. Those outside of Fodlan don't know about this place. Ignorance breeds discrimination. Whether you look inside the bottle or outside of it, if you really look, all you'll find are people who you can get along with if you only try. That's why I want to bust open that lid, which is keeping us locked inside. Or destroy the bottle entirely.
Are you going to tell our allies about this?
I'll find the right time to bring it up. Even if I talked about it now, it doesn't seem realistic, does it? First, we need to defeat the Empire and restore peace to... Huh?
Professor, Claude, we're under attack.
Defense.
I guess we'll have to cut
I guess the same thing happened in Lions.
What's going on, Leone?
I mean, Dimitri did want to attack immediately, but we had to defend.
It's a small group, but some Imperial troops are headed this way. It looks like they were stationed nearby.
I've got to hand it to Edelgard. Nothing gets past that woman.
Let's take him out!
All right, I'll show you how much I've improved, Professor.
This will be our first battle alongside the Knights of Seros. Let's kick off our new partnership with a magnificent victory.
He removes his chin strap. Is his chin strap attachable? Is it fake? Answer me, headband man! No other certifications needed since Cyril still isn't even capable of attempting Bow Knight. I could throw him at Wyvern Lord, but it's only a 50% chance. He might get some stat ups out of it, but my Master Seals are kind of limited right now. Not worth it. Let's go! Protecting Garreg Mach.